So now you have the three IMFs, the strongest being hydrogen bonds, the weakest being dispersion, and dipole being the one in the middle. So if I'm looking at a liquid and I want to know which one has the highest boiling point, which has the highest temperature to boil it, well, these are the two things I'm looking at. The first thing I'm looking at is whether they have the strongest IMF. So again, hydrogen bonding has the strongest IMF, and so it's going to have the highest boiling point. Now, if they both have the same IMF, so if both molecules have the same IMF, then the tiebreaker is going to be the highest molar mass. The one with the highest molar mass is going to have the highest boiling point. So it makes sense that something that's really big and heavy will take a lot of energy to make it boil. So let's look at these two. Now, H2S is dipole. Okay? H2O, that's hydrogen bonds. All right? So which one has the highest boiling point? The one that has the strongest bond, which is H2O. CH4 versus CCl4. Now, CH4, if you can imagine it, has 4 hydrogens around it with single lines. CCl4 has chlorine, 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 chlorine. Both of them are nonpolar, so they both have the same force, which is dispersion forces. So if they're both dispersion forces, we need to look at the periodic table and choose the one that has the lowest molar mass, or the highest molar mass. So the one that has the highest molar mass would be CCl4. All right, CCl4 versus H2S. Again, this is dispersion, this is dipole. So the strongest bonds will have the highest boiling point. CCl4 versus PCl3. This again is dispersion. PCl3, PCl, Cl, Cl has dots. Those dots makes it polar, so this is dipole. So the strongest between dispersion and dipole is dipole. Now, vapor pressure. Vapor pressure, we're talking about the amount of vapor it makes, and it's going to make vapor pressure. So if it's easy to evaporate, it's going to make more vapor. So we're looking for molecules that have a weak IMF. It says the weakest it is, it's easy to break, and it's going to make more vapor. So weak IMF this time. Now, if they have the same IMF, we're looking for the lowest molar mass. Think about it. If it's got a low molar mass, it's going to be very easy to evaporate, making more vapor, which makes more vapor pressure. So looking at between here, we got NF3 versus NH3. Right off the bat, this is hydrogen bonding. This is not hydrogen bonding. So whatever this is, it's got to be weaker than hydrogen bonding. So this is the one with the highest vapor pressure. F2 versus Cl2, they're both diatomics. So if they're both diatomics, we're looking for the lowest molar mass, which is F2. PCl3, that's dipole. SiH4, that's dispersion. The one that has the weakest is dispersion, SiH4. H2S versus H2O. H2O is hydrogen bonding right off the bat, because that's H and that's OH. So that's hydrogen bonding. H2S is not hydrogen bonding. Whatever it is, it's got to be weaker than H2O. So H2S is our answer. So again, for higher vapor pressure, we want to look for weakest IMF. And if not, the lowest molar mass if they have the same IMF. Again, that's the tiebreaker. For boiling, strongest IMF, highest molar mass.